morning guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday and I'm actually supposed to be heading into the office today for a full day of strategy meetings. And I was feeling a little unwell yesterday, so I thought I would just do a quick little COVID test to make sure I wasn't going to get anyone else sick. And turns out I have COVID, so now I'm doing those meetings from home today, and I probably spend the next few days just lying low, trying to feel better, and I don't want to get anybody else sick around me. So I thought I could start vlogging. I have a few crafty things to do. We're like less than a month away from the Eras tour now, so I have heaps of stuff to do with my costume. So today I am doing those big strategy meetings virtually, so I'll pretty much be on the computer all day. But this morning I am FaceTiming my cousin in Scotland who had a baby boy a few months ago, so I'm excited to see them. And I'm hoping to do a little bit of craft this afternoon, see how we feel. I've been feeling pretty flat, just watching a lot of Netflix and chilling on the lounge, but we'll see how we go. These reading ambiance videos are like my favorite thing to watch on YouTube. I just find them so relaxing. So I'm going to choose one of these and read my book a little bit before work. Okay, I'm ready to start my work day. I wanted to get dressed kind of like I was going into the office, even though I have to stay at home, just so my focus is maybe a little better for the meeting. So we're kind of like all business up the top, but actually like so comfy down the bottom. So I'm wearing my Stacks little like cropped activewear top. My blazer is my favorite cut of blazer from Showpo, and leggings are Lulu Aligns. Just put a little dry shampoo in the hair and we're ready to go. I am on a little break from my work meetings, and while I'm waiting for my lunch to cook, I thought I would try these tattoos that I got for the Eras tour. I got a whole pack of them, and they're the little 13s because I don't think I can draw it on my own hand. And the reason why I want to trial them is because I have so many colors here that I would ideally like to have one on for the first night and then see if I can remove it to put a different color on for the second night so that they match my outfit. So I'm gonna pick a color today that I don't think that I'll use and put it on, leave it on overnight, and then try and take it off tomorrow to see if it will come off easily enough for me to be able to change the colors between the nights. I am pretty stoked with that outcome. That looks so good. Okay, now I'm gonna leave this on overnight, let it like fully set, and tomorrow we will try and take it off to see if we can change it. But it looks really good, I'm really happy. Also, I got these off, I think I got them from Temu. Just like, there's so many in this pack. I think there's like 20 or something, so you could definitely get it to share with your friends. Today I have an adult snack plate for lunch. It's actually one of my favorite things to eat for lunch. Normally I have some sort of protein, sometimes like sliced turkey or ham, but usually these chicken tenders that we do in the air fryer, some sort of carb, usually rice crackers, but today I have leftover Lebanese bread, dip, usually hummus, fruit, cheese, and usually I have some sort of vegetable like cherry tomatoes or cukes, but today Brad bought grapes, so I have those. So I finished work for the day, and instead of just sitting in front of the TV, I thought I might do some more friendship bracelets. I just got this little pack of extra beads in the mail, and I'm not really sure how many you're supposed to make. I guess you don't really need to make a certain amount because you're trading them, so you should always get one back to be able to continue to trade, but I just like little crafting things, and I have fun making them, so I'll probably make way more than I actually need. These are the little beads I got. These are 3mm glass pony bead. They're very, very small because the original beads that I got were much bigger, which turned out cute, but my sister-in-law got some beads for my hens, and my girlfriends made friendship bracelets while I was getting my makeup done for my hens, and they had littler ones and they looked really cute, like actually chic, and I would wear them afterwards. So I ordered these ones. These are a bit like much smaller in comparison to those ones, so we'll see how we go. I also obviously have the letters. I have fun little ones like little hearts, gold stars, these little crystal butterflies, some of the same big beads but in pastel colors. And I saved this one. I got given this at the Eras Tour film, and it has the cutest little leaves forevermore, so I'm gonna restring this one because the string has gone kind of funny. Before we start, let me show you the ones I've already made. I've made a few, not too many, but they're all like in that bigger kind of bead style. They're really cute. I'll pick out some of my favorites to show you. This one is Folklore, and it has little pastel stars and gold. TS is the music industry with all the colors of the Eras Tour. I thought that one was pretty fun. This one says Lavender Haze with all the purples. This one is Lover, and I used all hearts, and it kind of reminds me of like a candy heart bracelet. So anyway, I have so many here already, and I am going to just make a few more, even if I don't take them all to the concert with me. My mum is coming with me to one of the concerts, so she will take some of mine to trade as well. Oh my god, this one is also so fun. I made one that says Je suis calme. I love that one. Anyway, so let's get making some with the smaller beads. I forgot to show you, but I also have this pack of like pastel shaped beads. So there's stars and hearts. Also, the new beads that I bought came with these microscopic scissors. Are they not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? We'll be using those. I guess the first thing we have to do is get all these little beads out of their packaging, so that should be satisfying. I'm actually probably going to order them in the colors that I like first, and then I'll open the packet. That took 12 times longer than I was anticipating, but how satisfying. Praise be all the beads that come like already emptied in their container. I think I'm going to start with this sad Evermore one. I did have a few Taylor related topics that I would love to discuss. The first one being the Chiefs. So I have recently fell in love with the Chiefs. And every time I bring up the fact that I'm watching the football or that I like the football with somebody, they always kind of, their first reaction is, did you just start watching because of Taylor? And it's annoying because I don't think anybody would ask my husband or my brother that question. But also, secondly, yes, I did start watching because of Taylor, and that's okay. And I just keep thinking about the Taylor quote where she said the worst kind of person is someone who makes someone feel bad, dumb, or stupid for being excited about something. And even though I did find the Chiefs through Taylor. I already knew about the Chiefs from the Netflix documentary Quarterback, but I didn't start really like watching and loving and learning about it until Taylor started dating Travis. But also, I feel like it's okay to be exposed to something new through a different avenue, whether that's Taylor or something else. And the fact that I found NFL and decided that it was something that I thought was cool and that I liked, surely it doesn't really matter where, you know, that interest was sparked from. I live in Australia, so we didn't really grow up with the NFL. It's not really common to like know the rules. So, you know, I took the time to YouTube the rules and watch old clips, watch games to learn how the game worked, and now I watch the games every week. And it just feels so annoying and invalidating to have somebody say, oh, but do you just like it because of Taylor? That's making it sound like anything that Taylor kind of talks about or recommends is immediately like frivolous and silly, which is frustrating in itself, but also like invalidating. Yeah, I did find it because of Taylor, but I pretty much know the rules like very well. Definitely not everything because I'm still learning, but I love it. I'm passionate about it. I think it's cool. I've never really gotten behind a sport like how I've gotten behind this. I find so much enjoyment in watching it. You know, I just realized that you can't really see what I'm making, so I'm gonna try and find a better camera angle. Okay, that's one done. Evermore with those little leaves. It's a little small, but because it was a broken one, that was all I had to work with. Also, I know I'm sick at the moment. I just wanted to reassure everybody that I have hand sanitizer and I'll be Glen 20ing all of the bracelets before I put them away because I do not want anyone else to be sick. But I also love to use this downtime to do my crafts. Next up, I really like the look of these silver ones. I think I'm gonna do a mirror ball one. And I also have this stretched out bracelet that didn't stand the test of time that has the little silver stars on it, so I might use those as well. Next topic of Taylor conversation while I start to make this one is she's wearing a lot of green. She's wearing a lot of green, my friends, and it is making me nervous. Green definitely lends itself to debut, but I've seen some snakes. I've seen some snakes in there and it's giving rep. She's worn a lot of black and a lot of green, and I think it's giving rep. First of all, I'm so excited for Reputation Taylor's version. It's my favorite album. I think the vault tracks are gonna be unhinged, off the charts, in just the best way possible. However, I am making my own Reputation outfit to wear to the concert in February, and it is all black and red. So if she does announce Taylor's version and it's black and green before then, we're not gonna panic because I have a plan. And the plan is go and get a glitter pen, like the ones you used to have in primary school. I'm gonna get that and color over all the red parts of the snakes on my Reputation outfit and make them green. That's simply what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie, I would be pretty devastated if we had to do that because I've put a lot of thought and effort and time into this outfit. But what can you do? Taylor's gonna Tay. I'd love to know what you think the green means. I mean, some people saw at the Golden Globes that they thought that the wallpaper was giving debut. I'm not sure. What I do know is green is not in my outfit. I've decided that I'm making it say, cause I'm a mirror ball, because these beads are really little and I'm trying to reduce how many of them I have to put on the string, to be completely honest. On the topic of debut and Reputation, what are we gonna do after we get her final two Taylor's versions? What are we gonna do with our lives? Do you think we're gonna go back to the same release schedule of her albums? Like, are we gonna have years between albums? It's like when you get like a higher paycheck and you get used to more money, you can't go back. That's what it feels like. She simply cannot take away this level of new music now that she started. Sorry, Taylor, that's the deal. I don't make the rules. Obviously she has vault tracks, I think, for everything. Do we think she will release vault tracks for albums that she already owns? So like Lover onwards. Do you think that once she's done with the Taylor's versions that she'll release vault tracks for the other albums too? Because I think there's something really special about the vault tracks. I think with the passage of time away from the initial period that she's writing about, I think it allows her to say things in a different light, say things that she maybe would have been scrutinized before. I think like Is It Over Now, for example, is just a bop. Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. If she had have released that when she was actually like fresh off seeing Harry Styles, I don't know that it would have hit in the same way, for her at least. I'm kind of in the camp of, I think we'll get Reputation early this year, I'm hoping anyway. And then I think maybe we'll get a new album towards the end of the year. I don't know though, because she's been touring so much. So when has she had time to record and write all this stuff? She's been sneaking into the studio a lot though. We've seen a lot of this orange confetti. Lots of people think it's called Karma. I feel like personally it's probably not called Karma. I feel like if it was called Karma, she probably wouldn't have written a song called Karma. And then I think after that we'll get Debut. Until all her versions are out, I don't think we're even gonna get an inkling of other vault tracks. Okay, I'm really happy with this one. It says, "'Cause I'm a mirror ball," and the little ones are all silver and white. 4 bracelets in an hour, not bad. These are the 4 bracelets I made today. I think my favorite out of these, I think it's gonna be Evermore. These little leaf beads are just so pretty. And then these are all the ones I've made so far. I just counted, there is 20 in total. So pretty happy with that. Even if I don't make any more from this point onwards, I feel like I could go with these and happily trade, but they're fun to make. So I'm probably gonna keep making them. He's making me run while I have COVID. I am not very good at hooking the ball onto that chucker stick, so I had to run for it a few times, and now I am completely gassed because I probably shouldn't be running while I have COVID. So I'm gonna make dinner. I really don't feel like making anything, but I also really don't want to order takeaway from a health perspective, but also from a money perspective. I think I'm just gonna make something simple like spaghetti bolognese, and then I thought after I have dinner I could go through some of my January favorites that I mentioned this morning that I wanted to talk to you about. Earlier today, I mentioned that I wanted to run through some of my January favorites, and that used to be something that YouTubers used to do that I would watch when I was in high school, and like every month they would go through their favorite things, and it could be anything from like food to movies to clothes, literally anything that they were enjoying. And I have a few things after Christmas and the holiday season that I've collected that I think are really good, that I've been wanting to tell someone about, so I've just decided to tell you. So the first thing that I wanted to share was, of course, my Stanley. I, like every other person who got gifted one of these at Christmas, am utterly obsessed with this. This is in the shade Cream, and I actually got it in the 880 something mils instead of the 1.2 liter. I'm really happy that I got it in this size because I feel like the 1.2 liter would be a bit too heavy to be convenient, but I fill this up probably like 4 or 5 times a day. The ice lasts so long in it. I was a big water drinker before, so water consumption was never really a problem for me, but I just seem to be consuming that much more water with the Stanley. Literally, I think it's the straw that makes a difference. However, if you're someone that doesn't really care about the brand name, then this one from Kmart was $15. My husband, Brad, was obsessed with my Stanley and was drinking from it all the time. And so he went and picked this one up from Kmart for $15. I think it comes in 4 colors, white, black, a hot pink, and like a lilac purple. It is 1.2 liters. So it's bigger than the Stanley, but equally as good. Definitely keeps the ice cool the same way. The only thing I will say is the quality is not the same. He's got kind of like a few spots where the paint is chipping off already, but it doesn't affect the ability to keep things cold. The straw is also in the middle of the cup, whereas in the Stanley, it's on the edge. But very minor details for a significant price difference. Next up, I have stickers from Books with Jess. I just got these in the mail and they are so cute. I just redid my Kindle in them. All the stickers are from Books with Jess except this bell one that was from a mixed pack from Amazon. But they are honestly just so cute. The quality was so good. I don't actually stick them on my Kindle, I just blue tack them, but the colors are really vibrant. They look so cute. We have cowboy one, kept me like a secret, I kept you like an oath, Taylor, homebody, Tan and Andana, let me read in peace, because literally that's my biggest thing. Don't interrupt me while I'm reading. They're just so cute. I just love decorating my Kindle. It brings me so much joy, and this is the first time I've actually bought stickers and I really love them. Next up is my Sony XM5s. These were a very pricey purchase and I've had them for a few months now, probably 6 months, but they've really come in clutch this month. Brad has been on school holidays, he's a teacher, and so these have been so good when I'm working from home and I need to like bubble myself so I can't get distracted. The noise cancelling on these is next level. I wear them for 8 hours a day and don't feel like any kind of ear irritation or head irritation. They're so good. I love listening to my audiobooks on them while I'm cooking or walking the dog, but mostly this month they have been so good for just like working in the library or working at home when you don't want outside distractions. When I bought these, I actually was comparing these to the Apple AirPod Max. I wanted the AirPod Max because I do care about brands and they're like the chic ones that everybody has. I found that the AirPod Max was so much heavier than these ones. And I'm a migraine girly, so I didn't want anything that was gonna weigh down on my head. So these are fabulous. I love them so much. Next up is journals in general. No particular brand. I got gifted this journal at Christmas time and it kind of prompted me to start journaling again. I've kind of fallen in and out with gratitude journaling and it never really stuck with me in terms of a mindfulness practice. So at the end of last year, I actually YouTubed different ways to journal for different kinds of people and I found a way that works for me. So I've been trying to journal every single morning, but even I've started to like write out my top reads of last year. In this one, I've decided to keep a manual reading journal this year. Last year I had one on my iPad that was very aesthetically pleasing. This year I've just decided to bare bones it. I found when I was wanting to talk to people about books, I could remember like the barest of details, and because I read so many romance books that have somewhat similar plot lines, things were getting blurred and I was losing track of what exactly I thought of a book in the moment. So I've decided to just literally strip it right back. So I have like title and author, number of pages, genre and tropes, star rating, spice rating, a little bit about the plot, and then a couple of bullet points to remind me what I liked and disliked about the book. So I've just been loving writing my thoughts down in general, whether that's about reading or about your day in general. It's a favorite of mine in January to just put pen to paper because I don't do it often enough and I always love it when I do. Next up is not a physical thing that I have, but is actually G Flip's cover of Cruel Summer for Triple J's Like a Version. It is so good. When I first heard it, I just listened to it on repeat over and over again. They have the most incredible vocals that like blend in with strings and then it goes super rock. It is so good. It's the best cover I've ever heard on Like a Version or of Taylor. I just love it. I think it's so good. They killed it. And if you haven't heard it, you definitely need to go listen to it. I'll make sure I link it down below. Next, I have this balancing game called Suspend. I got this for Brad for Christmas. We are a very big games household, and this has just been a fan favorite over the summer period. I actually saw this game on Zoe Suggs' channel. She was playing it with her fiance and all their friends and family all the time, and it just looks so easy and fun. So I got it for Brad. We've played it so many times with so many different groups of people. It's always so easy for them to pick up. I'll insert a clip of us playing it here. It's basically all these little metal pieces that you're trying to balance on little nooks and grooves of each other, and you're trying not to be the one to make any of the pieces fall. It's super quick, super easy to learn for friends or family who aren't big game players, who maybe don't like picking up rules super easily. So I love this one, would definitely recommend, family fave in this house. Okay, next up is one that is kind of big and heavy, and it is our wedding album. I actually created this wedding album using Mixbook, and I saw it on an Instagram reel that a girl was showing how she made double spread pages that laid fully flat. So you can see like this one here, the photo goes across the whole page, and when you open it, it's fully flat, like no indent in the middle. So I created the whole book with that in mind, and then realized that they don't ship that specific kind of photo book to Australia. So I actually purchased this through a US address and used a freight forwarding service to ship it to an address in America and then have it forwarded to me in Australia. It was definitely pricey. It was $85 to have it freight forwarded to Australia, and the reviews are mixed. We had no problems. It came in like 2 weeks and no issues with like damage or anything like that. I just wanted to mention it because I think it's an annoying thing to do for a regular purchase, but for a wedding album that you will keep for your whole life, it's just such beautiful quality. This is the 12-inch square album. It has really thick, beautiful like cardstock matte finished pages. It's just so beautiful, and I know we'll cherish it forever. Everyone that we've showed has absolutely adored it. I designed everything on their online system, and they have super easy drag and drop templates, so everything looks super professional. But super pleased with this and glad that I ended up going with the flat lay pages from the US. And last but not least, circling back to what I was talking about earlier in regards to the Chiefs and loving them and being excited about them, even though some people might think it's lame or I'm just jumping on a bandwagon, I'm really enjoying it and I want to be a fangirl to my max. So I ordered this t-shirt off Etsy. It is a Travis Kelce t-shirt with all of his pictures on it. I ordered it in a size large because I wanted the oversized look. It's so comfy. I've worn this so many times. I've worn it on game days. I wore it when I wasn't feeling super well. It's so comfy and I just love it. I previously wouldn't have ever purchased something like this because I thought that, you know, I would think I didn't deserve to be like a fangirl, or I didn't know enough about it yet, or it's lame if people think that I only like him because of Taylor. And I've decided to just embrace it. Taylor said that people who make fun of you for liking something, those people are lame. So I'm just doing what brings me joy. And at the moment, Travis Kelce is bringing me a lot of joy. And so is this t-shirt. So that is all the faves that I have to share in January. I hope that at least something stood out to you. It was definitely an eclectic mix. I know I said that this video was gonna go over a couple of days, but I actually ended up packing a lot in today considering it was a normal work day. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog off here. I'm trying to keep them nice and short while I'm growing and still learning to edit. So I hope wherever you're watching this, you're having a beautiful day or night, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Okay, bye. I forgot that I was supposed to show you tomorrow how this went being taken off. So it lasted really well. It's been on for like 10 hours, but now I'm going to use a little bit of oil cleanser and a wet face cloth to see how easily it will come off. Okay, so definitely not as easy as I was expecting. I'm going to take a shower and see if I can get just the rest of that residual bits off. It's not too bad. It mostly came off. Okay, confirming that that definitely worked. A little bit of body wash and a face washer in the shower and it came right off. Okay, bye for reals this time. So this is one that we definitely